Hello everyone, so welcome again to another episode of One Hot Topic, and today is June 21 and it's about 10 p.m. in the evening and it's Saturday here in Phoenix. So today we are going back to the current running beauty pageant contest, and that is Miss Supranational 2025, and it's being held or currently being held in Poland. Today we are approaching the last week of the pageant, and I believe they are crowning the queen or the Miss Supranational 2025. I think it's gonna be on Friday, which is June 27, or Saturday, June 28. So for all of our fans there, for our girl Miss Tarah Valencia, the voting is still open. Please download, and I will be showing you how to do it. But please download and also subscribe to Miss Supranational application and also to their YouTube, and make the proper votes to support Tarah. We do want her to bring home the crown, so let's go ahead and do it. So to kick off tonight's video here, I'd like to start with Tarah Valencia's Rice Terraces inspired look for the Miss Supranational 2025 brand ambassador interview. So this was written by the GMA Integrated News and published today, June 21, 2025, 12:04 local time in the Philippines. Philippine vet Tarah Valencia dazzled in her Miss Supranational 2025 brand ambassador interview outfit. And this features a print that resembles the Banawi rice terraces in the Philippines, of course. On Instagram, the Miss Philippines shared snaps of the Filipina beauty queen's outfit, a custom body-hugging mini dress by Filipino designer Non Laranang. Our Miss Philippines Supranational 2025, Tarah Valencia, steps into the Miss Supranational 2025 brand ambassador interview, bringing with her the heart, the heritage, and the strength of the Filipino spirit. The Miss Philippines wrote in the caption. Laranang credited Daniela Lazaro for the artwork featured in the dress. So Tarah accessorized with a unique bag shaped like a stack of books by Filipino brand Zara One. And it says Tarah is vying for the Philippines' second Miss Supranational crown after Mutia Dato's win in 2013. And of course, on the introduction video that we watched yesterday, Tarah did put the spotlight on her hometown, Baguio City. And here are some photos of that beautiful dress. So on the Miss Philippines Instagram, which was posted yesterday, one day ago, it says, our Miss Philippines Supranational 2025, Tarah Valencia steps into Miss Supranational 2025 brand ambassador interview. Same with what GMA wrote on that article. And you have your credits here for styling, wardrobe, and also the bag, and whoever took the photos, I guess it's Rapu Photos, and all the other hashtags. And that's the first photo, and let's look at the second one. And then another picture, a little bit more close-up of Tarah Valencia. Okay, so before we go through and review some of the Supranational 2025 activities for the ladies, I want to show this one to you guys. And this is the official Miss Supranational 2025 leaderboard that was released by the organization. So this was released on the 18th, and you will see they have their top 5 is Brazil, followed by Indonesia, then Curacao, Puerto Rico, and then Guatemala. And then the top 12 will be Philippines, followed by Miss Czech Republic, then United Kingdom, India, Malaysia, Bolivia, and Zambia. Of course, we don't know what's the current standing right now. That's why it's very important that we stay engaged and stay active in supporting our very own Miss Tarah Valencia. So just like any other beauty pageants, Miss Supranational also have several segments or activities that these ladies join, and some of them actually fast track them to semifinals. That way they don't have to go through preliminary rounds. So I counted about 8 for Miss Supranational. So let's go over the first ones. So I'm not sure if you've heard, but they do have the Supra Chat. This Supra Chat is a personality and I would say public speaking challenge. So the contestants are divided into different segments or different episodes, and each participating in a live chat session. So during these sessions, they introduce themselves, they answer basic questions. Again, this is to showcase their charisma, their presence, and also their communication skills. So episode winners automatically advance to Supra Chat semifinals. So whoever wins on these episodes advances to semifinal, semifinal 1, and then semifinal 2. So you'll have two actually, one who is considered the winner and then another pick who is considered a wild card pick. And then the semifinal round is grouped into two. It just depends on where you're at here on the episodes, on the regular episodes. And then whoever wins the semifinal round, this 1 and 2 here, and this is via judges and also public voting again, it actually leads to a guaranteed spot in the top 24 or 25 finalists. So it is definitely one of the several fast track routes that let the contestants skip that preliminary round. So a strong showing here can significantly boost the beauty contestants' chances of advancing to the finals without relying on the other segments. And here is the episode 3, and I'll snip it, make it a little bit short, maybe stay within 10 seconds. I will only be showing Nicaragua, Philippines, and India because India is the winner of this episode, and then the wild card pick is Nicaragua. That way we can kind of take a look at what happened with this portion and why Tarah Valencia didn't advance to the semifinals. The Super Chat, by the way, was hosted by Ivan Padres, and he is the current head of the business development at Media Cube. So that is a fintech influencer management platform for YouTube and also for Facebook creators, and he is based in Cyprus or Belarus. He specializes in influencer marketing, creator monetization, and ad partnerships and technical setups for digital content producers. So his involvement with Miss and Mr. Supranational, he actually has served as interviewer and host for several Supra chats. It's both for Miss and Mr. Supranational. We will be seeing him on these clips interviewing the candidates, engage contestants in spontaneous Q&As, and also recording audience votes. So he is playing a significant role, at least for this segment here.
Let's get it started. Could you please introduce yourself?
Namaste everyone. I'm Ayushi Malik from the capital city of India, Delhi. I'm currently pursuing psychology and have been freelancing as a model. I have been an interzonal level basketball player and love dance and music. I'm raised by a single mother who is a fierce cop to many, but the biggest cheerleader for me. It is her spirit of public service that led me to Brave Hearts, which is my ground up, that inspire people to turn their struggles
And
into.
what I noticed as I was watching at least Miss India, Miss Nicaragua, and also Miss Philippines is that I can tell who is reading or who memorized their lines and who is very spontaneous. And I have to say, Miss Nicaragua is a really good conversationalist. So in this part of the Q&A, Ivan Padres was asking Miss India about her personal experience of losing her dad at an early age and how her mom shaped her and also helped her to be who she is.
This
So let's take a listen.
devastating tragedy where I lost my father. And I had a constant doubt, a constant fear that I am losing people in my life because it started with my own father. But that's when my mother became my superhero.
So in this part of the conversation between Miss India and Ivan, I can tell that it is a better flow and it's more normal conversation. It's a lot of it is ad lib and not memorized. So I like it when it's more natural. It paints you a great and unique picture of who you are talking to. And a lot of times, that's what interviewers are looking for. That's what fans are looking for as well, is your natural way of speaking and also that natural charisma that you have in capturing your audiences.
Of starting from the bottom to rising to the top to the point that I stand here as a confident woman.
Wow, what a story and what an example your mom is. Thank you for sharing this very personal story, Ayushri. But yeah, let's discuss something
So the contestants
you
are
feel about
given two
yourself
questions.
now.
So the first one is the
This is
introduction, the
describing
second
yourself,
one
other
is going
things,
over
as
one
a
special information
resilient
about themselves,
woman.
and then the second one is the same thing. So you only hope
Tell us
that
a
you
little bit more
targeted
about that.
something in there that would open up the conversation between you and the interviewer. So here on the second question for Miss India, I believe she did say that she is a resilient rock star. And so Ivan Padres was actually curious about that information, and it gave Miss India a little bit more airtime and more of showing her conversational skills, which is very important on this segment. So again, let's take a listen.
Being resilient in everything that you do. So that's just putting things brightly and giving your all, learning lessons from every game and putting that into life.
Paulo from Nigeria, nice to meet you. Can you please briefly introduce yourself to our supranational audience?
Hi, everyone. I am so blessed and excited to be here. My name is Paula Ezendu. I am a 27-year-old procurement specialist for childcare investment company. And honestly, I just love to have fun. I love to make people feel good. And I just love to live life.
Like all of us, thank you.
So this is Paula representing Nigeria for the Supranational 2025 or Miss Supranational 2025. There is a huge difference with the thought process between these contestants. So Miss India, I believe, is only 19 or 20 years old, and Tarah Valencia is 23 years old, and Paula here is 27 years old. So even the conversation style is different. So you will see a lot more maturity in Paula. So let's watch her. I truly enjoyed her interview.
You told us that you have a
Absolutely.
series of responsibilities as the Ada, the eldest daughter of a Nigerian
Yes.
family. Can you tell us a
Yes.
little bit more about that? Because this is very interesting, cross-cultural.
So in Nigerian culture, Ada is considered the first daughter, or it is the first daughter, and it's a really large role, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. So to be an Ada essentially means to be the second mother. You know, you learn compassion, you learn empathy, you learn selflessness at a very young age.
So I was really curious about Paula's command of English. I felt like she is a natural English speaker, at least with American accent. So as I was looking at her biography and her personal and career highlights, yes, she was born in Nigeria, but she actually spent a lot of time in Texas. I'm not sure for how long, but it looks like she grew up in Texas alongside her father. So I'm not sure when she went back to Nigeria, but that explains her natural ability to communicate very well in English.
Life. No one's perfect. We're all human. And taking this gap from being a pediatric surgeon, which is something that is still a big passion of mine, and no dream is too small, and you can always accomplish any dream. It was a hard decision to take a break, but mentally and physically, I just was not in the right space. So I had internal bleeding. And had to have emergency surgery. And so that in itself just really messed up a lot of things for me mentally. And for me, my biggest thing, it takes an empowered woman to empower other women.
So one thing too that you have to remember when you are doing an interview or you are the one being interviewed is you have to look at the interviewer's face, just like for Ivan Padres in here. So you can feel his real interest on the conversation.
For my third year in med school. So
Yeah, thank you for sharing this. It's very personal, Paula. So yeah, we really appreciate that that you share this story with us. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Tarah from Philippines. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you for your time and welcome to Super Chats. Could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, mabuhay. I am Tarah Valencia, representing the 7,641 islands of the Philippines. The Philippines is well known of its beautiful beaches, but the city that I live in, it's dubbed as the summer capital of the Philippines, and it is nestled in
So now let's compare the way Tara's interview went. I felt like her introduction is a little bit too scripted. Although I have to say, she appeared very confident like always, but she faced tough competition on this episode, and I really like Tarah Valencia. But in my opinion, I feel like she didn't stand out sharply and impactfully as India, and also in comparison with Nigeria.
borders as we promote not just the tourism industry, but also culture, heritage, and diversity as a whole.
Great to meet you, Tarah, and welcome to the Supra families. There's one exciting fact about you that we've learned that we would like to discuss now. When you leave for Poland for the Miss Supranational experience, it will be your first time leaving your country.
So here it could have been that Tara entered on her profile, but that this is going to be her very first travel. So here Ivan Padres is then asking Tara what are going to be her fears and what are going to be her exciting moments traveling first time outside of the Philippines. So let's hear how Tara answers the question.
You know, it's always been a childhood dream of mine to travel all around the world. But at the same time, there's always a fear of me when it comes to visiting new places. But at the same time, going out of the country, most especially in Poland, really excites me. Most especially, Poland is really rich and vibrant when it comes to its culture and heritage, just like my country here in the Philippines.
So listen to the way she was answering the questions or she was formulating her sentences. It's because she is not a natural English speaker just like I am. We use a lot of these filler words. So it could either be phrases like what they call this, or the word or the word actually. I use that a lot of times. Or sometimes the word you know. For Tara, she used most especially 3 times in one sentence.
I'm sure you will enjoy Małopolska, the southern region of Poland, where you'll be staying, and people and culture and food, and of course, the sisterhood of the Miss Supranational family and the whole of Miss Supranational experience. So yeah, you're always welcome in Poland.
She did fail to expound more on her fears and also on what excites her the most. Yes, she did talk about the things that she's going to see in Poland, but a lot of it is more technical, something that you would have read rather than personal experience. And for these types of interview, they do want to see you as that person. They don't want to know what you read, but more on what you think and what you feel. It's more of a personal question. And that's the reason why the interview for Miss India and Miss Nicaragua are a little bit longer. It's because their answers are being drawn from a personal experience.
Supporting her family since the age of 16, which is pretty early.
You know, honestly speaking, we have experienced financial difficulties and experienced asking for help for other people. And to be honest, it's not really that easy, most especially when we lost my father 4 years ago. So I took it upon me as the eldest to be the breadwinner, to provide and sustain my family when it comes to financial aspects. And at the same time, it's also my personal choice to help and guide my brother and my sister's dream do come true.
Well, thank you for sharing this, Tara. I understand this is very personal, but yeah, thank you for sharing this. Our hearts and our support is with you.
So just like what we said, Tara unfortunately didn't make it on this episode. But the great thing about this beauty pageant contest is that she has a lot more opportunities. I mean, she is such a good-looking girl, very vibrant personality, very photogenic, so she has a lot more ways to make it to the finals without going through that long process of preliminary selection. So we can do it, Tara. For sure we can do it. And so again, for the fans out there, there are more fast track segments, and I believe she already made it to the Miss Influencer fast track. I think she is one of the 14 candidates that were selected. That would take her to the top 24, top 25. So another fast track segment that they have is Miss Influencer Opportunity. So this is actually a brand new fast track for Supranational. And this is where contestants engage with global audiences on major social platforms. So that would be your Facebook, that would be your Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X, which is formerly Twitter. So there will be one winner per continent selected through Facebook challenge, and then I believe additional winners are chosen via competitions on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X. I don't have a TikTok, I do have an Instagram and also Facebook, but no X as well. So I'm not sure how those two, TikTok and X, how the contests are going. But winning Miss Influencer Opportunity means automatic advancement into the top 24 semi-finalists. So again, this is a direct official fast track route, and I'm glad that Miss Tarah Valencia made it to Miss Influencer Opportunity. So another fast track competition that they have is the Supra Fan Vote. So this is a fan-driven fast track event in the Miss Supra National competition, and it allows the public to vote for their favorite contestant, with the winner earning an automatic spot in the top 12 of the pageant. So this is an important event or segment. So the voting period, guys, has opened. It started June 12th. It actually is scheduled to close very soon. So how to support your favorite contestant is that you download the Miss Supranational app, and it's available on major app stores on your mobile phone, and then navigate to the Supra Fan Vote selection and find Miss Tarah Valencia, and then you cast your vote. So each vote counts towards securing a spot in the top 12. So another segment that fast tracks contestants is what they call the Miss Talent or Supra Talent. And this is a showcase where delegates or contestants perform their unique talents. And that's going to be whether it be singing, dancing, playing instruments, poetry, or cultural presentations. So we already have here the top 9 for Miss Supranational. And unfortunately, Miss Tarah Valencia didn't make it as one of the finalists. So let's look at some of the clips here, and let me know what you think in the comment below. I can only wonder what Tarah's talent entry looks like based on these 9 videos that we will be watching. And we'll be watching just very short clips of it. And this is for Miss Belgium. And again, I have it in mute because of copyrights. I don't want to get copyrighted. And this one, it's almost like it was shot by a cell phone, and it still made it to the finalist. Okay, and let's look at Miss Canada. And this is Miss Costa Rica's talent entry. And this is Miss Germany, and Miss Germany is half Filipino, I think, or she's got some Filipino blood in her, and she's gonna be singing.
Don't fit in belonging with the seasons. Wish my eyes were brighter for no reason. Constantly trying to fix it, but
And then we'll also have here Miss Haiti. So it's another dancing. And then Miss Indonesia is almost like a full production. A lot of people working on her talent portion or talent entry. And again, what it says on Miss Talent is that you can also show cultural presentations. Okay, and let's look at Miss Nicaragua. It's another cultural presentation. Now let's listen to Miss United Kingdom.
Like the life you're living, you can live the life you like. You can even marry Harry, but mess around with I.
And we'll look at Miss Zambia next. So again, those are your Supra Talent show finalists. So for the Miss Supranational, you have Albania, Belgium, Costa Rica, Germany, Haiti, Indonesia, Nicaragua, United Kingdom, and Zambia. And of course, we'll do another video for the Mr. Supra Talent. Let me know what you think. And I was looking into Tarah's social media to see what entry she entered for the Supra Talent, and I couldn't find any. So if you know what's her talent, let us know, and maybe if you have a video, maybe we can share and discuss it. And that's all that I have for you for today's episode of One Hot Topic. Thank you so much for joining me again, and please do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. It really helps in the growth of the channel. And come back again and join me at the next episode of One Hot Topic. I'll see you again. Bye!